Hey everybody, it's Kevin. Today is Saturday the 8th of May 2021. I have got some great messages today. I pulled a card. But I will share with you really quickly because I feel like being authentic today and truthful and honest. Almost didn't do this. Almost felt like I had somewhat woke up this morning with a feeling of a bit bluesy. You know, and what I like about doing this work and what I like about coming here every day, every morning with the meditation and hanging out with spirits, angels, whatever you want to call them, um, is let me move this way because that I've got to switch that flashing light thing off. It's it's annoying. It doesn't do it. Only this camera lens. The LEDs, the colorful LEDs, tend to flicker like that. Anyway, I need to stop talking so much. Where was I? Okay. So, um, I was feeling a little less than on par, um, as you do in those bluesy moments, sad moments, melancholy moments. Things are need to be lifted. Irritated, frustrated, that kind of stuff. So thankfully, I get clear with where's it? Where I look for a root. A root being, did something happen? Did something occur? Did somebody say something? Usually, somebody said something. Okay, what's the reaction? Reaction is what? What am I doing? That's the reaction. What's the behavior? What's exhibiting? Anger, frustration, clumping about, slamming doors. That's all reactionary. So getting clear with the physical reaction to something sensitive, crazy, and where's the antidote? Okay, so the reality for me is I could say and do say loving affirmations like I love myself, it's all good. However, if that's not going on all the way through the whole thing, it's a bit like cutting into a chocolate cake and the cream is sour. No, doesn't work. um and not all the time is anyone ready for happy dappy, hippy dippy, lippy doopy doo. None of it. We're not ready for that. So it's a question of getting clear with something needs to be cleaned out, cleared out. And I remember in the back of my mind, I'm remembering that I'm in the process of clearing out closets, cupboards, and along with it comes this feeling that it's never done, not done, isn't complete, we're not getting there. This journey, right? The journey of knowing, believing, seeing, understanding that the destination is up ahead, but we've still got this much far to go. We've still got this clearing out stuff left. We've still got the remnants of what was happening. Oh, and I'm getting goosebumps. So I know that I'm on the right track, that Spirit's with me, tracking me and explaining this is where we're going. I've used these quotes saying, well, it's always darkest before the dawn. It's always great sunshine after a thunderstorm, blah, 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 blah. And I don't want to sound repetitive, redundant, redactive, any of that stuff. But it's true. The clearing out process oftentimes reveals the ugliness of why we're clearing out, why we have to do the work we're doing, why we're constantly renewing that feeling of upbeat love, why there's this cycle. It's a balance. It's the exhale, it's the discard, it is the letting go, the dumping out process. There's an elimination we have to eliminate. And the elimination process, the letting go of old habits, old thoughts, old feelings, who we used to be, requires reflection. And the reflection can sometimes bring up old feelings, frustration, anger, because we know, we believe, and we feel the happy joy of transformation that's going to come along, that's on its way. But in so getting it, achieving it, having it, we've got to kind of make sure we don't repeat all that. You know, it's a bit like the brand new job. We wanted the new job, we got the new job, we got the new money, we got the raise, we got the corner office, we got all of the trappings that go with a lovely job, until the journey of the job is ending. And we can fast forward a year, 10 years, 3 months, 4 months, a week, however long it takes for folks to get complacent, bored, frustrated, and then those same old patterns start again. Here we go again. Not satisfied, not happy. So, no accident, I happened to pull this card this morning. The Holy Amethyst. Divine Alchemy, which is really magic. The word alchemy is magic. And no accident, it happens to be the Keepers of the Light cover to the guidebook. And no coincidence, I happen to have a lovely chunk of raw amethyst sitting on the desk. So we're going to meditate with the amethyst, and I'm going to explain to you the process of this is beautiful and it's brilliant and it's coming along at the perfect time. So even if you find yourself in that ratchet frustration, want to get angry, shout, scream, run, burn off some stuff, that's perfect. Because at the end of the day, the other side of it is just what you've been dreaming of, hoping for, wishing for, and wanting. And I'm happy to bring this to you. So I'm going to read what Kyle says in his guidebook because I think it's important. Holy Amethyst is a twin flame of Archangel Zadkiel, the angel who helps us transmute negative experiences into love and learning. He is the keeper of the violet flame and helps us release anything that is no longer serving us. Holy Amethyst enables us to look over the past fears and challenges and draw wisdom and learning from them. Unlike Zadkiel, for many years she was not mentioned in spiritual texts, and Kyle believes this was because her miraculous support wasn't needed on Earth as it is right now. To connect deeply with her light, hold her namesake crystal, which is this amethyst. The extended message that goes along with this one card, and why I only pulled one. You're ready to move beyond energies and situations that no longer are helpful to you and make space in your life for something more purposeful. You might feel you need to clear out, not just mentally, emotionally, but physically too. There's a sense that you're moving beyond challenges and forging golden opportunities out of the stagnant or unhappy experiences that you've had. It's important to recognize that you're like a magician, the ability to use your thoughts, your wills, your actions to bring about life-fulfilling and dream-enhancing opportunities. It's important to focus on what you desire and not what you fear, because what you give your energy to will literally begin to flourish. Call on Holy Amethyst to help you focus on golden opportunities. And I have my little thing here, my little write down. Vibrate with the cosmic light of heaven and shine bright. The angels, the spirit world, that non-physical, metaphysical, the energy that works with Metatron, and the matrix, the divine matrix, the whole way that it works, the only way that it works is the freedom of choice and choosing. Spirit, the angels, God, I personally believe, along with those that have taught me or reminded me that that's the way to go, I believe all of that energy is of positivity, of love, of light, of seeing the good in people, of forgiveness, of pure, beautiful, bright light energy. I believe that truly. That's of spirit. That's of the non-physical energies. By the same token, the physical energies, the man-made energies, that of ego, that of physical forces, has the ability to be destructive. And the destruction, the frustration, the anger, the unchanneled energies can be truly negative, truly awful, and of evil. So there is this feeling that to find the light, to go towards the light, to lift up to the light, to be the light worker, we have to walk through the mud and the trudgery of clearing out the closets, doing the dusting, cleaning out the toilets, getting rid of the old worn out clothes, and brightening up and lightening up the existence that we live in. Because if we're not really willing to do that, then we're going to stay in that feeling that we're not worthy of love, that we're not worthy of those golden opportunities. Because the golden light opportunities means we have to lift past that. To lift past it, we have to relive it to get rid of it, if that makes any sense at all. Sometimes some of the most painful experiences, angry experiences, fearful experiences. Have you ever known someone that's really frightened of doing something and they get into quite a tizzy about it, whatever they're fearful of doing? And that could be leaving a relationship, leaving home, driving a vehicle, getting a new job, graduating high school, going to school to begin with. All this fear and vulnerability is something that builds up like a pocket of gas about to explode. And then once the fear has been realized, moved past, overcome, celebrated, there's this amazing feeling of relief, this amazing release of, oh, gracious me, I've got it. Why did I wait so long? So no, my friends, if you're feeling that ratchet, what have I done? I've made a mistake. We second guess, we spin those wheels. I must be mad. I must be crazy. This must be awful. This must be off the chart. Nuts. We have to put pay to those feelings in order to grow and move. I use an analogy that you can take a coffee bean. I love this story because it makes sense. I'll go back to there you go. Think about a coffee bean that starts off as a seed underneath the ground in the dark, not sure whether it's going to get watered or lifted by the sun. And typically coffee plants are grown in warm, lush, rich soil, rainforesty type areas, Africa, all of those places, Peru, all those lovely, Jamaica, all those places they grow coffee. Comes out the ground and grows and flourishes and becomes this tended, lovely, wonderful plant. And then here comes the coffee beans themselves. And then the harvesters come along with whatever machinery they've got, and usually it's people, picking the coffee beans, which are green when they start. So they're now plucked from the very veins that nurtured them to begin with, that gave them life. Their food source has now been done, right? And then they are dried out, dehydrated. Then they're shoved into an oven and roasted, burnt. Then they get crushed up, pushed into a filter, and boiling hot water gets poured over them. All because we want to drink it. So I feel like the life of a coffee bean is the life of us. We put ourselves through all of this stuff for something, better to come along. We have to go through these things. And just experience the joy of life. So the big issue, the big thing I've got for all of you today is to use the magic of transformation, the magic of seeing what you no longer need and what no longer serves you. You can write that down. You can write down the feelings of why you're frustrated. What's taking so long? On like a physical plane, in the current culture, I am probably going to get into trouble for saying this. I've had many colourful conversations, and now it's in the news. Businesses cannot find help. They are taking to the airwaves, talking about wanting to open their doors to serve the public, and they can't find people to work for them. That's one side of the equation. The other side of the equation is we have this system, at least in the US, the unemployment system. And there is this idea, and I need to stay in my own lane because I want to look at this in an objective way, not in a political way. There's this sort of idea that folks generalizing are earning money. And the reason I'm giggling, because it's to me it is unfathomable, and it's just odd. There's this idea that people are making more money claiming unemployment than they are going to work. That there has to. So the only light in any of that made sense, that I thought, yes, we're on the right track, we're coming back around, was that somebody said in one of these things I'm listening to at the corner of my ear, there has to be an incentive to have people to go to work. Yes, money might be the incentive. It may be the incentive. Money might be. But it's not the only thing that should bring people into a place of wanting, desiring to go into a workplace. And then I'm realizing the general, and I'm generalizing, public consciousness, people behavior, the way we are as a society, culture, and I'm part of all of that. Who would want to do that? And I'm talking about the jobs I'm talking about are public service jobs. Like I've talked to before. Restaurants, retail, places like that, grocery stores, all of those things. Where it's happy, happy, hurry up, happy, happy, hurry up, happy, happy, hurry up, go, go, go. And there is this culture, when you look at the fine, hard-working folks that are behind a counter, their hands are in all sorts of foods and smells, and they're hot, and there's a lot of people behind that counter, and they're having to push out orders because these large corporate companies that create apps and websites that allow people to quickly go in there and order something like this, quick, let's go. And you need the human being to actually physically make that happen. And you've got this lovely person who's got a heart of hearts that wants to do the job, and really, really, truly, the reason they're in public in customer service is because they're serving people, and they have to take all that abuse. And I think to myself, yeah, I get it. I get why someone says, no, I'm not going to go and do that for what you're paying. And it goes on to other jobs. I think of healthcare workers who 6 to 9 months ago were putting themselves on the front line, taking care of everything and really putting their health at risk. And there was this whole thing that they needed to be paid more money. Yes, there's a exchange, a compensation that has to happen. And the exchange of compensation isn't just money, the dollar. We talk about that. And I mean, I'm going way out of my league here, but I look at things in a literal way of thinking, wow, we've got over here a group of people that are lovely, wanting to reduce the fossil fuels and getting everybody clued into the battery operated vehicles, and that's great. And I'm like, well, how does the electrical grid system handle that? Really, truly, you have the power you've got a lamp, and that lamp takes a 60-watt light bulb. Well, you can't shove a 180-watt light bulb in a 60-watt light bulb socket in a way. It's going to blow all kinds of things. And I'm not a scientist, and I'm not an engineer. I'm just somebody who's pointing out the bigger picture here, which is everything is a whole thing. It's a balance. There is a balance. Compensation, if you're looking at compensation, the need to want something, there's a lovely exchange. And there is something that is got to emerge from it. There's a feeling that if I'm going to go work somewhere, I want to feel safe, secure. I want to go there. I want to get excited about showing up there. So yes, if I want to hire a person to work for me, I've got to see, what would I go do that job for? What would I think that was worth? And speaking personally, because I can stay in my own lane, there are many times that I will exchange a lot of my own personal energy, and I don't put a value on it because there is no value to it. The sitting down, looking into somebody's eyes, holding their hands, having a cup of tea or coffee with them, telling them they're all right, they're doing okay. You can't put a price on that. You cannot put a price on being decent, kind, respectful to someone else, no matter what they are, who they come from, what they represent. Yeah, I do get annoyed and frustrated at times. I have to take myself in check. I have to listen to good music. I have to keep my sort of vibes up. I want to keep my vibes up. I don't want to be in that angry, twisted world. I want to be this. I want to be all of that. And every so often I have to, give myself a bit slap. I've not been very kind. I need to get that back into control. Incidentally, there's in this book, and those of you who haven't got it, I would say buy it because it's pretty awesome. In the back there are these divine masters. And yesterday I was looking at one of them that is a lovely it's a lovely treatment. It's after Katumi, and it comes from, there you go, I'll read it because it's lovely. If you feel like you have done things in your life that you kind of want to reconcile and move past, like the karmic stuff, Mayat, which is this one right here, page 186, is an ancient Egyptian goddess associated with truth, harmony, and balance. She first appeared during the Old Kingdom and is one of the most ancient forms of divine goddesses of justice. She is depicted as having wings, which are associated with being in the heavens or being able to watch from above. In other words, angels. So Kyle tells these delightful stories of his own experience with these goddesses and beings. He says once he was in her presence, he heard the words, "I am justice embodied, a restorer of peace. Call on me, and I shall bless your world with harmony once more." So you can continue. He talks about how he felt blessed to hear the voice, comforted, all of those things. What I love about it is he goes into these little things about how you work with Mayat, to understand what the right decision is in your life, to restore harmony to challenging situations, come through difficult times and legal situations, and trust that your past is in the past for a reason. He does a cosmic activation, cosmic harmony activation, which is connected to your breath and breathing. And then you go through your mind and your life as if all the past hooks and all the past bits and pieces that you really regret, and they're personal, conversations, things you may have done, things you may have said, judgments, any of those things that you know down in here hurt you to think about, and it might be guilt, it might be shame, and it's fine. If you've got them, they're there, and they'll continue to be there until you do something with them, clearing out the closets. So when you're ready, you do this treatment, and you pull in the guardian angel of justice, call forth the golden presence, and you do this lovely affirmation that says things like, "Divine Maya, break all the chains, cut the cords, and break down the barriers of fear, ready to experience harmony once more." And he goes on affirming, "I am a bringer of peace. I love from a space of truth. I welcome the light of harmony into my world, and so it is." So this is really about using the divine holy amethyst and Mayat and these treatments to once and for all put pay to and lift out from these feelings that we need to let go of and dump. I didn't mean to go on and on in a political rampage about, my assumption that I don't believe that people are making money on unemployment. Good Lord, it's for those who've ever tried to apply for it, and I was one of them. It's quite a rigmarole, and not for me. It was too complicated. And I do think we do have to reconcile what is value, where is value, and where do we value ourselves? Where do we value what we do? And if that means going back to school and learning something, so be it. Go do it. If that means following your passion and getting creative and figuring out a way to make a living out of being creative, so do it. So be it. I think if somebody's looking for help and they're looking for a service, they should exchange something, energy or money, one of the two. Find out what somebody wants and what it's worth. What I love about this whole cultural process is people are standing up for themselves, and they're saying, "No, I'm not going to be oppressed anymore. I'm going to be heard." So the balance of harmony and peace, justice and reform is happening. It's a movement that is not going away anytime soon. Done. I think it's time to read from here, because I can feel myself thinking, "Woo, I'm getting a little bossy," and I just stop it. May 8th. It is May 8th. Love yourself. No matter what, love yourself. Love yourself even if it feels like the world around you is irked with you. Even if it feels like those who've counted on the most Even if it feels like those you've counted on the most have gone away, even if you wonder if God has abandoned you, when it feels like the journey has stopped, the magic is gone, and you've been left sitting on the curb, love yourself. When you're confused and angry about how things are going or how they've gone, love yourself. No matter what happens or where you are, love yourself. No matter if you aren't certain where you're going or even if there's any place left to go, love yourself. This situation will change. This time will pass and the magic will return. So will the joy and faith. You'll feel connected again to yourself, God, the universe, and life. But for the first thing to do is love yourself, and all the good you want will follow. Love yourself, and all the good you want will follow. Part of loving ourselves is forgiving ourselves. That's the challenge. The only person who gets to forgive yourself is you. There's this idea from churches that we have to ask God for forgiveness. Well, here's the thing. God wasn't the one that punished you to begin with. Wasn't the one that judged you. Wasn't the one that said you're an awful person. So why God feels like you've got to ask God for forgiveness when God wasn't the one that thought you did something wrong? You're the one that thought you did something wrong, or knew you did something wrong, or feel like you need to forgive yourself. And that is so hard to do. It is so hard. The reason why we don't love ourselves more, as we should do, is because somebody we loved, and we adored, and we felt worthy of our love, that precious in here feeling, didn't love themselves enough. So therefore, when we gave love to them, when we showed them our true heart, our vulnerability, that very special place inside, they didn't know what to do with it. And it was fearful. And it was overwhelming. When other people get fearful and overwhelmed by the love that we're showing up with, they tend to bite, fight, say harsh words, lash out, slap, kick, whatever that is. I'm using these analogies to explain. Unconditional love is one that is always been there. Unfortunately, it gets covered up with fear. There's an innocence about love. There's an innocence about loving yourself. But when somebody else has done it, has loved, and it has been turned on them, pulled out from underneath them, pushed away, there's somewhere they go that it's not pleasant. We only see the side that hurts us. We only see the side that gives us the harm. We don't see the side that caused the harm in other people. That's unfortunate. It is just a state of play. And then there's this feeling that once we realize it and recognize it and see, that person is hurting, that person is needing help, we've got this idea that we're going to go give them things and buy them things and, try to do the right thing, which is lovely. But if the person's not ready for it, You see the cycle, they're not sure what to do with it. And then it becomes, yes, they get the point, but they're not ready. And so what I would say to all of you is, it's a journey. Love is a journey. It's a special journey. Let's meditate. Bring your palms. This morning, let's just bring our palms onto our heart. Take a breath in. Let it go. And keep your breath going just like that. Let your mind and your arms settle in between your eyebrows, and let your consciousness do a scan of your body from the inside. Start with your feet, move up to your knees. And from your knees, move into your belly through your heart through your throat, up through the top of your head. Just let the mind scan your body for tightness, aches, pains, neck, shoulders, all of those bigger areas that you're typically holding on to unresolved energy. I'm going to do a devotional prayer to the archangels. You can repeat or just let the words land in your heart chakra. Thank you, Archangel Michael, and the ascended masters, the ones of the Christed light. Thank you, angels, archangels, for revealing to me your presence and letting me know what I need to know, sharing what I need to know, bringing what I need to know. Thank you for your wisdom. And to the holy Amethyst, thank you for taking the burdens of fear. Thank you for bringing the energy of harmony. Thank you for holding the violet flame within my heart and the heart of others. Thank you for restoring love. So be it, so shall it be now. Place your hands so where you can feel your heart. There's the physical heart pumping with the energy of the universe giving you life. And then there's the chakra, the energy center of the heart, where that love, the flame, the eternal flame of life force, the unconditional, compassionate feeling comes from. As you look into the center of your being, right behind your physical heart and lungs, connect to a color of bright violet. Let this bright violet light fill you up, down into your feet, below the earth, up through your crown and into the stellar gateway and beyond, out through your third eye center, and open your third eye center wide, so that everything you see through your third eye is filtered with this brilliant, beautiful violet light. Have a sense the violet light is now of you, with you, through you, above you and below you. Continue with your breath and continue being still. Have a sense that up above you, slightly behind you, is your guardian angel. With your mind focused on your third eye center and the understanding that you are of the violet flame, picture this beautiful violet, almost white angel, illuminated perfectly, drawing down and behind you, drawing closer. Allow yourself to lean into the energy of your guardian angel and allow your guardian angel to become one with you. As you breathe in, let in the light of your guardian angel into your whole being. And on your exhale, just allow your hands to fall down into your lap or open them wide or whatever expansion you want to take. Breathe and lean into the light, to the violet flame of your guardian angel. As you breathe out, allow your physical self to fuse with the angel's energy. And as you breathe, fusing your energy, your essence, your soul, with the beautiful violet energy of your guardian, begin to see and witness your world through the eyes of the angels. Just continue breathing. Being at one with this magnificent energy. With your third eye center, open the visualization of your current world. Allow it to be filtered and tinged, the beautiful crystalline colors of silver, violet, so that everything you touch, everything you see, everyone you meet, all those you connect with are from and of the healing light of violet, the magical light of violet, the spiritual light of violet. You are one with this violet flame. You are one with the power that created it. You are now hanging out with your guardian angel, giving, receiving, and being of the love of the violet flame. Bring your hands to heart center. Be with the energy that your angel and the angels and the spirits want what's best for you. Lift your thumb knuckles to your third eye center. Together we bow and say namaste. Thank you for that. I feel like I went off in the middle there, but I think it needed to be said. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Have a great Saturday. Lots of love. Bye.